Hi there and welcome back to the channel. Today's video I'm going to take this image and I'm going to show you how to add a candle glow like this image in Photoshop, and then how to give it a little bit more of a creative and emotional edit to it. So let's jump in and have a little look. Okay, so this is the original image that I captured. I had a candle and the melted wax, which had actually cooled. My model was holding it in her hand and she was holding it up to the light. You can just see the light there. Now, the first thing you're probably going to notice is that this is not black and white because I was actually filming this with gel. So I just want to get rid of that light out of the corner there. So I'm just going to lasso that corner and delete and fill just to get rid of that. Now, what I want to do from here is I want to convert it to black and white. And you can play with all your different channels and things like that. Now I'm going to boost the cyans and the blues a little bit. Maybe not quite so much on the cyans. So as you can see, there is actually quite a bit of glow that was coming from the light, but I still need to add the flame. Now what we did take was another shot of the candle and it had a really fabulous flame on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all. I'm going to copy and come over to my image here and I'm going to paste. Now, obviously, it needs a little bit of work before I can get it going, but I'm going to drop the level down a little bit, or the opacity, so that I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to get it so that the flame is roughly the height that I want and in the right spot. Put that back up to 100% and I'm going to change the blend mode to screen. So most of the black will drop out. All I need to do then is put in a adjustment layer, or a layer mask I should say, and I'm going to hit Control I to invert that. Then with my brush set to white, and maybe a bit of a smaller brush, I can then just paint the flame in. I don't need anything else. So that's it there. From there, I want to add a glow. I do want to crop it a little bit, so I'm going to merge that all onto a new layer. So Control, Alt, Shift and E merges it onto a new layer. C will bring up my crop tool. I do want to bring it up a little bit so there's a bit of room just above the candle, and I'm going to hit Enter. Okay, so that's given me a nicer crop. So now what I need to do is I want to put a bit of a glow on here. Now there's a couple of different ways I can do it. I can come in with a white brush and make sure it's a soft white brush. And I can change that to soft light or overlay or even screen, but you will need to drop the opacity just a touch. And there you have that glow. Now, I said before, that's the easy part. Now, let's go and have a look and see if we can make it perhaps a little more creative or conceptual, or even sort of taking it into a film noir vibe. So I'm going to merge all that onto a new layer. So again, Control, Alt, Shift and E. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in to DxO FilmPack 8. And there are some fabulous presets that you can use. I love this 1946 B&B. That is one of my favorites. The Loma Chrome is also fabulous. It just gives a slight tinge to it. Rwanda's another one, but it's more for colour. And then, of course, I have got Silent Movie, which is another fabulous one. But I don't necessarily want the glow on there, so I'm going to go into Customize, and I am going to bring the intensity of the grain down to 0. Then just save, and it goes back into Photoshop. If I want to take this a step further, I could then go into something like Nik Collection 9 Silver Efex, and I can have a look at some various presets, or I can edit it myself. So I could go into something like overexposed, underexposed, make things very dark, and I get rid of the glow. Overexposed. And when you hover over them, you get to see what they do. So I really like that. Exposed. Smooth is another one that's really nice as well. High key 2. I don't want the glow to be too much. So I kind of like that. This is where we were, and this is with the glow. So what I want to do is I just want to come into my curves. I want to maybe just drop the glow just a little bit. But I also want to bring my blacks up. Of course, I can play with my different color sensitivities, and I can put various film looks on here as well. So you really can play with them. Oh, that gives such a lovely, lovely moody. So that's the original photo, and that's the glow. I probably just need to bring those highlights down a touch. But I really, really love how that has all come together. Doesn't matter whether you go into something like Nik Silver Efex or if you go into FilmPack, and both of these DxO products give you some fabulous, fabulous vintage vibes that really bring out the most in your black and white images. So if I hit apply, and that will bring it back into Photoshop. So that is the Nik Silver Efex, and this is what I did in FilmPack, and that's the original image which was converted to black and white. So that's it for today's video. I hope it inspired you to go and play with some black and white imagery. I love how you can create some classic and film noir, or even some really emotive images in black and white just by playing around with a few different presets, whether that's in Nik Collection or something like FilmPack. There are lots of other programs out there as well, especially if you start looking at lookup tables and things like that. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to post any comments you've got down below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you next time on YouTube. Bye.